Yes, we got sun this morning. This is Friday morning. But who knows how long it's going to be because they're predicting rain. But I can't do any more on the van today because I had some more work I did after I made the last video. I'll try to describe that to you very briefly, but I got another project I'm going to be working on this morning. And that is this bench here, which I've been using to stand on to work on the van. Now I made this, I believe it was probably 10 years ago. But this is made out of furring strip. It's not pressure treated. So I've got a rotted board on the top. This is a small piece of furring strip that I ripped down on the table saw to give that curved over here, and the one below that. Okay, now I didn't expect this to hold up because after all, it's not pressure treated wood. I build things on the cheap, what I can afford. It appears that these are okay. Of course, the paint that I use on here is not oil-based, it's just that bare watercolor stuff. So I think, not 100% sure, but I think except for this piece here and this, I might be okay, but I don't know the status of these 2x3s here, how they are in here. So that's going to be today's project. And like I say, I don't, it looks to me like I'm going to have to cut that out too. You see, I got these mending plates here when I built this thing. I probably did this on video years ago. So we'll probably have to add a little piece here. I don't know if I got any 2x3. Now this is 48 inches wide. So I buy one furring strip, cut it in half at Home Depot. They have you can cut it with a handsaw and they have a table there where you can just cut the wood in half. So probably a furring strip will cost me $2, maybe a little more. So one will do this and this, but I have to check because it looks to me like I'm going to have to buy a third one. Yep, this is going to. Alright, so we'll figure this whole 3 section here will go out, will have to be replaced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over on the bench and start banging out the bad stuff and just see how bad I've got, how much material I have to buy and replace it. As you can see, these are from Caterpillars, I think. You can see how I built that out of 2x3s and a 2x4 in the middle, 2x3 legs, and again they're not pressure treated, so you can see here that this one here is starting to rot out a little bit, but I'm not going to get too fussy with this at this time because we no longer have cookouts. So this bench really is up against the house here, and you know, that's basically it. But right now I'm using it to stand on, and every time I carry it over, this thing's falling apart on the top. So let me take you over to the van here. We have a nice sunny day, but of course you know damn well that if I get started with anything, it's going to rain. This came out really good. This is a seam here. This is not rust. This is just a seam, and I did not bother bondoing it. It's just the way the metal comes together. The same with here. And this piece here, this is just where the door closes. Last night at about 5 o'clock, I went back over this thing. This is the driver's side, and I started scraping in here, and I dug it all out with a screwdriver, and found a little hole in here where the separation of this piece that goes down the middle, you know, this stuff that's laying in the bottom of the gutter that came that way when they made the van. So I ended up grinding that out with a screwdriver and wire brush and everything, and then put some Bondo in there, and then I used Rust-Oleum paint, and it's dry, but it's not totally hard yet. I can still scrape it off on my fingernail here. So I'm going to leave this, and then I'm going to have to paint it white again over here. So that's going to have to wait. And get the wood I need for this, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably only going to need 3 pieces of furring strip. This table saws are so hard to get out of the damn shed. Takes a half a day to move stuff in there. So maybe I can find a strip that'll go in here. But I gotta knock all this out of here from here up, so I can see how bad these things are. We already know this one is bad. We're not sure about this, and we're not sure about this. It looks good from here. Remember, this is not pressure-treated wood, so if I had built it out of pressure-treated wood, it would have cost me a lot of money. There's no more bargain wood at Home Depot anymore. I think what they do is they throw it right out, rather than to sell it. Every once in a while, you'll see a 2x6 over there, or a 4x4 or something. Very rarely, but all your cut-offs, plywood and stuff. When I built my electronic shop, or what at that time started out to be storage, there was plenty of that bargain wood. You know, pieces of plywood that's 4 feet or 3 feet long, 2 feet wide, you know, like a buck, you know. So let me get this out to the bench, and I'll join you out there, and I'm going to start knocking this stuff out, and then I'll know exactly what I need. Not sure about here yet. I need to get this down lower. It's up too high for me to work. It's a little soft in the middle, but I'm not going to be replacing it. This one has to be replaced. That has to be replaced. Let's see, am I in camera? Yeah. It's a little soft in the middle, but it'll be all right. I'm gonna have to cut this off here. This one's no good. We're gonna have to find a 2x3 to put in there, and I'll probably saw it off over here. I'll saw the damn thing off, flush with the top board, and see how it looks. And then if I have to cut below that, I'll do that too. And nobody's going to look at the back of this thing. It's not a piece of furniture, as I said so many times before. It's just a bench to sit on. We don't get cookouts anymore anyway, so it's really left over from when we used to have cookouts. But rather than to see it go into a scrap wood pile, which I don't have a truck anymore, so I can't haul. I got a lot of rotten wood in the back of the shed I can't get rid of. So there is some of the wood that I'm going to be throwing out in the back of the shed. And I missed the truck, but it needed like $1,500 worth of work, so I couldn't afford that. So that's why I got rid of my Dodge Dakota a couple years ago. Well, we still don't have very good wood down here. So, I think we saw it in here. Now, let's knock this piece out, and we'll look at the wood from here down. Well, as you can see, it's not too good there either. So what I think I will do, the wood here is good though. So all I gotta do is bang these nails out. I think we'll cut down a little lower. We'll cut here and cut this off here. See what it looks like. I'm trying to leave as much as I can, and where this mending plate is, I really don't want to cut down to here. So if I cut here and then just put a piece of 2x4 in there or something. Still not too good. Can't reuse these mending plates, so I'd have to go and buy more of those. I'm trying to avoid doing that. Trying to patch it up, basically. Well, I found one. The man isn't in sad shape. At least the right-hand side of it. Oh, it's not pressure treated. It was on the ground underneath the shed. It's in pretty darn good shape over here until you get into this area, and then it's got all these lines in them, and it's rotted. So we're going to cut that off. We can get some good wood right from here to the left. So let me see if I can salvage that. I don't waste anything. If it's rotted, I'll cut it off. The old goat saves money whenever he can. Money is hard to come by. Let's see, we'll cut it here. That's not bad. Not bad. So this part here is no good. It goes into my scrap pile. And we've got a good piece. Just got to clean off. This was laying on the bottom of the wood pile right on the ground. So might as well use it. Good. So we don't have to worry about ripping down a 2x4. Let's get rid of this thing. Now, we're going to cut one more down to the next level here. And if that's bad, then I'm going to try to undo the mending strips here, which I don't think you can see very well here in the video. Let me get the camera on the other side of here. Right, can you see that plate there? Now, when I'm going to cut here, that's as low as I can cut. I'm going to try to pull this out. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to try to pull this out before I cut this. So if I can get this piece right out of here, you know, before I cut this, and the nails in the wood here will help support it, I'm going to try to drive a chisel down there and pull it out, because you may not be able to see that, but there's two nails in there. These are these things that they got the sharp spikes on them, you bang them into the wood, they're mending plates. So I want to try to reuse this mending plate. So I've got two nails here on the 2x4 at the bottom, and two nails on the top. So what we're going to do right now is I got to go get a chisel and see if I can pull that away if I can. This is not the right tool to use, but I can't find my little flat wrecking bar. It's in the shed, but like anything else, it's buried. These are not really made to be hammered on. knock them out of there. Trying to get the wood off this mending plate. I got the nails out okay. On this side, like it or not, I'm gonna have to rip this damn thing out of here. Every time you try to salvage something, end up just taking the damn thing out in the first place. Got that nail. Got the nails out okay. I just can't get the mending plate off the rotten wood, or get the rotten wood off the mending plate. Hacksaw this off or bend it off. Well, that's what I have to do. Story of my life. Lay that down on the flat, maybe try to get that out, unless I can. This is not the right thing to use for that, but I can't get at my other stuff right now. Gotta get my reading glasses, I can't see nothing. If it wasn't for the nails in this, it'd probably be okay. I don't even know if I'm in camera. Daylight is drowning out the viewfinder. This edge of the workbench is rotted out, so it's bouncy, not a solid. Alright. Boy, I'm gonna have to stop and get something to eat. The problem is I work right through lunch and my legs are getting a little shaky. Probably low blood sugar. I feel like I'm drunk. I usually go in the house and grab a big chunk of bread or a couple pieces of bread and go back out and work. Because I hate stopping when I'm working. I gotta work against the weather, you know? what I take with metal like this, it's very dangerous. And old nails and stuff, as I take them and put them in a tin can and bang the tin can flat and throw it in the recycle. Because this is too dangerous to leave around, you get in your foot. Because it's all recycle anyways. They're just going to grind it up and they'll use it. So that's what I do with those things. I won't throw them in a wood pile, it's too hazardous. Alright, I'm back. Made myself a sandwich. I didn't have very much of a breakfast. I had just an egg and cheese and a biscuit at McDonald's about 7:30 this morning. So here it is, 12:30 in the afternoon. Feel a lot better. I get this a lot, and then I just grab a little something to munch on, and I'm okay. So I've got this pot cleaned out somewhat, but I still have pieces in here that I may not be able to get out. We'll just bang them in. That's all. On this side, I need to get this mending plate out. I can work in there without the damn nails sticking out. It's a good thing I didn't try to spray paint today some more white on the van. But as I showed you, with the gray paint isn't hardened yet. It's dried at a touch, but it's kind of soft yet, so I want to make sure that gets a couple of days of curing before I put the white on. But if I was to paint today, it would rain like it did yesterday. The passing shower, but that was all it took to ruin the paint. Boy, I'm having a hell of a time with this. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't start raining now. So damn aggravated with this lousy weather we've been getting. Alright, it's coming off. No point in going to Home Depot if it's going to rain. I'll get the wood tomorrow, or whenever I'm out that way. This is not a priority project anyways. Nail in there. That's, well, I got a piece of mending plate that's left behind there anyway, so well, that's it. I'm not going to kill myself on this. We'll just try to put something over it. Now, this foot here is, the end of it's a little rotted, but not too bad. Now, what I got to do now, hand saw. Piece that's measure it. Let's probably use this side. Well, we'll make a template from this one. And we got to get something to mark it with. Now I gotta estimate where the seam is on the other end. Probably right about here. So we got an angle approximately here. Yeah, that should be just about right. I like to use my chop saw, but I don't feel like dragging it out. I'm damn lazy today. Yeah, I'm off the line already. Make sure I cut straight here. By hand, sometimes I cut on an angle. In other words, the saw is tilted. You know, I follow the line, but I'm tilted. That's why I do my best work with power tools. Just make sure I'm going at a 90-degree angle with the wood. And when I get this cut, I'm going to hold it up there again to verify that I got the angle on the other end correct before I cut that end. It looks pretty straight. What do you know? Not bad for a hand sawing job here. Now let's see. Oh. Pretty close. And the angle looks good. It's not too bad. I'm not going to do any more. I'm going to have to get a couple of mending plates and put it in here. I got pieces of mending plate and nails in here, but I'm going to try to bang them down, but I got to turn this on the end to do that. And so I think that's all I'm going to do right now. I have a couple of things I got to do this afternoon. So what we're going to do is I'll probably lightly sand this, get the roughness off, and that's it. So that's all there is on this video for today, because it looks like it's going to damn rain again. Alright, that's it for today. We'll get back on this project first chance I get. We'll just leave it out here on the bench.